How can bilateral labor agreements facilitate good governance of labor migration? Bilateral labor agreements can contribute to improved governance of labor migration in several ways. First, these agreements highlight the principle of cooperation and responsibility sharing between countries of origin and countries of destination, as is recommended in international migrant workers instruments. Second, bilateral labor agreements can contribute to making migration flows safe, orderly, and regular. The major objective of the Global Compact on Migration by opening up opportunities for regular migration for employment. High levels of irregular migration is a reflection of poor governance of migration. It can cause tensions between origin and destination countries and exposes migrant workers to abuse and exploitation. Third, bilateral labor agreements contribute to better governance by improving interministerial and interagency coordination. This is because development, negotiation, implementation, and monitoring of bilateral labor agreements require coordination among different ministries, such as those dealing with labor, migration, immigration, foreign affairs, justice, gender, and education, among others. Fourth, bilateral labor agreements improve both governance and migrant protection by including provisions to minimize malpractices and corruption in migrant recruitment and placement processes in both origin and destination countries. They can also take into account specific gender concerns inherent to specific female or male-dominated sectors. Fifth, bilateral labor agreements can contribute to greater transparency, a major component of good governance, if they are disseminated widely to all stakeholders. Countries are encouraged to translate the text of agreements into local languages and share them with migrant workers and their employers to ensure they fully understand their rights and obligations. Sixth, bilateral labor agreements can be developed based on social dialogue and inclusive consultative process, also a requirement of good governance, involving major stakeholders of labor migration in both origin and destination countries, including workers and employers, as well as recruitment agencies, migrant workers associations, and concerned NGOs, is essential to developing effective and legitimate labor migration agreements grounded in the realities of the world of work. Finally, bilateral labor agreements also can lead to positive changes in laws, policies, and practices, resulting in better migration governance in both origin and destination countries. This is because bilateral labor agreements are legally binding agreements, and legislative reform could be needed to comply with their provisions in some cases.